Hello, everyone. Justin Vakula here with the Hurdy Gurdy Travel Podcast, here to help you make money, save money, and travel the world at low cost. Today we are on another blackjack video. This is the first person blackjack game from FanDuel.com. As you can see, different graphic in the middle. Looks a little bit better than most of the other sites, actually. As you'll see when we play, it'll focus the hand in front of us rather than just having a solid graphic like this throughout the play. On the right, we have a basic strategy chart from blackjackapprenticeship.com, which is saying that the house has about a 0.5% house edge in blackjack. So the idea here is that we're going to be using our credit cards to purchase prepaid gift cards to load to these gambling websites. We're giving up about a 0.5% on blackjack itself, but this week of recording, Staples has a fee-free MasterCard gift card promotion. So I can use my Chase Ink Cash credit card to get 5x points on those purchases. Many other promotions exist at grocery stores. Maybe you can use a gas multiplier credit card at gas stations buying certain gift cards. So the sky's the limit, surveying your local area to see where you can find some edges on the acquisition side and then unload cards on these websites to scale up spend and get credit card points. So blackjack is one of my favorite liquidation methods here. Rather than playing a game like slots, giving up 5 to 10% to the house, really unconscionable there. Other games like craps and baccarat can be okay too, but blackjack with the 0.5% house edge and going through the hands pretty quickly. This game we could play 5 hands at a time, so I've deposited $800 and tried to find an even unit to play through. So 800 divided by 16 is 50. I have this click counter on the left to keep track of my play. So as I play, I'll keep track and try to play through the funds exactly once. Sometimes it goes a little bit over, as there might be a split or a double on the final hand, but we're trying not to go too far over. We're only playing through funds once and then withdrawing. The idea is that you don't need to overplay. As long as you play through the funds once, they're okay with the action, although I'd recommend starting with maybe 1 prepaid card and over time scaling up to 2, then 3, and I'm doing 4 at this moment, spreading the action across multiple sites in Pennsylvania and sometimes in New Jersey. So let's get to it. We have 5 hands of $16 units here. We'll click the deal button and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. As you see, we'll get 2 cards, the dealer gets 1, and we get to make decisions here to double, hit, stand, or if we have a pair, split. Surrender is also an option, which is nice. We're given the ability to forfeit our bet and take back half the money. As you see, there is a surrender table down here. 16 will surrender against dealer 9, 10, and ace. 15 will surrender against dealer 10. So here we have a pair of 6s versus 6. This calls for a split. So we just refer to the chart. Up here we have the pair splitting chart. So you see we have 6, 6, the dealer has 6. It says yes, split. We have the soft totals down here. So if an ace is involved, it's considered a soft hand. The hard totals down here, and the surrender chart we already looked at. So we'll split. That adds another unit to the table. And now we play 2 hands of 6 rather than 1 hand of 12, 12 not being such a great hand. We have the opportunity to double. We're not going to be doubling a 15, but see if we get a 5, 11 is going to be doubling against everything. We get more money on the table in an advantageous situation, so the splits here make sense. Our play is going to alter based on what the dealer has. We love to see the dealer having a 6 because the dealer is going to often bust with that 6. So we have 15 versus 6. That's going to be a stand. Just refer to the hard total chart. If we have this middling hand against the dealer low card, this whole block here is a stand, 13 through 17 and above. So we'll stand there. So we do get a double. We have 10 versus 6. Refer to the chart. 10 will double against dealer 2 through 9. So that's another unit for the click counter. And we improve to a 20. We have 9, 9 versus 6. So this is a situation of another split. You can refer to the chart here. So we're getting more money on the table and more advantageous situations. We have 11 versus 6. 11's doubling against everything. You can refer to the chart. Unfortunately, we get a 2 there, but what can you do? This is all about making good decisions and focusing on the process rather than the result. But the dealer could still very often bust. So we have ace 9 versus 6. Ace 9 is just going to be a stand against everything. We have a 20. That's really good. We have 6 versus 6. So if we have a hand less than 10, we can always hit without busting. Sometimes we'll be doubling, but 6 versus 6 is just a hit. The 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, etc. This will be on the hard chart. Just refer to that as an 8 or less. So we'll go ahead and hit. Sorry for the background noise. Some people are walking in the apartment complex here above me. So 14 versus 6 is a stand. 14 versus 6 is a stand. 5, another low number, so we'll go ahead and hit. 15 versus 6 will be a stand. So hopefully the dealer gets a 10 and a 10. Just easy game here for the dealer to bust and us to win all the money. So the dealer got a 24, which is amazing. We win every spot, which is really nice because we had a bunch of splits and doubles. So we wait for the graphic to end here. And it's pretty simple. I think once you learn how to work the software, once you look at the chart and familiarize yourself with what's going on, I think your speed and accuracy will improve as you practice. There are a lot of free-to-play apps. On Android, at least, Blackjack Strategy Trainer will teach you how to play. It will tell you if you make a mistake. If you do, probably a lot on Apple as well. So we have 5 more units coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll continue recording, give you some hand examples here. So the dealer has a 10. So we just refer to the charts here. 13 versus 10 is going to be a hit. So if we have this middling hand versus the dealer high card, 7 or above, we're going to hit. So we bust, but standing on 13 is also very bad. And what they've done here with this basic strategy, they've just run simulations over a very long sample size. What would be the best expected value? Should we hit double stand, whatever. 17 versus 10. 17 is just going to stand. Just refer to the hard totals here. Hard 17 anyway. 13 versus 10 will hit. Unfortunately, another bust. 17 again stands. 10 versus 10 is a hit. Just referring to the chart here. 14 versus 10, another hit. 15 will hit. 16. Unfortunately, we're getting a bunch of low cards here, but better than busting. Normally, the 16 versus 10, 15 versus 10 would be a surrender. But in this case, since we're past the first 2 cards, we're not allowed to surrender. So we have to take the hit. And unfortunately, a bust. All right, the dealer draws 20, so we lose this round, unfortunately. We're still up 64.50. We also had a bonus 25 cents to start with, or 50 cents to start with. So towards the end of this, I'll just bet $1 on a hand, or if we happen to overplay, then that covers it as well. So we have 8-8 against 6. The 8s are splitting. We see it's yes, 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 yes. Although I believe we should surrender the 16 versus the dealer 10. But here the dealer has a 6, so we should go ahead and split. That'll be 1 unit. 14 versus 6 will be a stand, and 11's a double. So it's better to have 2 hands of 8 rather than 1 hand of 16. 13 versus 6, another stand. So this is a middling hand versus a dealer low card. Just follow the chart here. You see stand, that big block there. Similar patterns. Ace deuce versus 6. So we're going to be doubling against 6. As you can see, ace deuce and up through ace 8 is doubling, and ace 9 is going to be a stand. So here we're doubling. Again, with the 6, the dealer is going to bust a lot. 14 stands against 6. 18 stands. Hard 18 always stands. And 24. Great scenario for us. Winning some money here on FanDuel First Person Blackjack. Wins across the board. I like playing the 5 hands at a time. It speeds it up rather than just doing 1 at a time. And I'm doing these higher units, the 16 per hand here, just to get through it faster as well. I mean, you could do $1 a hand and lower your variance, but it's probably going to take a long time. At least compared to these 5 hands of 16 units each. All right, 13 versus 10 is going to be a hit. 16 versus 10 is another hit. 17, hard 17 stands. 15 versus 10, that's a surrender. I think it's our first surrender here. We're just able to forfeit the hand and take half our money back. It's the best decision here. The 15 versus the 10. Another surrender, 16 versus 10. 10 versus 10 is going to be a hit. We improve to 20 and stand. And the dealer gets 20. So push and some losers and surrenders. All right, we'll go another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I find counting it out helps make me remember I did it. 11 versus 9 should be a double. 18, hard 18 stands. 6 versus 9 is a hit. A low card versus a dealer high card. 12 versus 9 is going to be a hit. We will bust sometimes, but standing on 12 is a worse option. We improve to 20. We stand on 20. We stand on 20. Again, 12. There is a bust, unfortunately. Dealer improves to 18. So we win 2 of these hands, push another. We're up about 128.50 at the moment for those keeping track at home. Another 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, dealer 4. Not bad. 7. So we have a hand lower than 10 versus a dealer low card here. So it's going to be a hit. 10 versus 7. We normally double, but we can't double on the third card. So we take a hit. 14 will stand against the dealer 4. 5. So we have ace 5 versus 4. So this should be a hit. Normally it would be a double, but we can't double. So we're going to go ahead and hit and hope to improve. We improve to 21. Perfect. 20 stands. 13 versus 4 is going to be a stand. A middling hand versus the dealer low card. This whole block you can see is a stand. 15 versus 4, similar situation. Hoping for the dealer bust. And unfortunately the dealer improves to an 18, but we win 2 out of 5 of the hands. And another 5. Getting towards the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find this a lot easier to play on computer than mobile as well. The mouse and just having a bigger screen, I think, is helpful for speed and accuracy. 14 will hit against 10, improve to 21. 8, 18, 17 stands against the 10, and 8 will improve to 10, 15, and unfortunately a bust there. All right, we're down to the final hands. So when I get to a low number, I like to bet fewer hands at a time to not overplay the funds. So we'll go back to our $16 units here and just play 3 hands for this one, as we could have some splits and doubles. 1, 2, 3. So instead of playing 5 hands, we'll just play 3 here, and we should be pretty safe not to overplay. 13 will hit against the 9. Hard 19 stands against 9. 12 will hit against 9. It's good, improve to 20. 8 versus 9 will be a hit. 13 versus 9 hits. 19 stands. Got a bunch of high hands here. All right, and the dealer gets an 18, so that's great for us. We win all 3. So now we're down to 4. So we'll just bet 1 hand at a time, and we'll give you some more hand examples. Back to the $16 units. That's 1. 17 versus 2, stand. And 17 will be a push. Okay, rebet and deal. 2 more. 13 versus 2 is a stand, so 12 will hit against dealer 2 and 3, but 13 will stand against the dealer 2. Hoping for the dealer bust. Dealer improves to 17, we lose that one. Rebet deal. Okay, oh, so we have 9s versus the 9, so as you see, this one is a split. We get 2 hands here rather than 1 hand of 18. We could improve to the 19 or get an ace, get 20. So we'll go ahead and split. And that'll bring us to the end of the click counter here. So we do improve to a 20 and another 20. So if the dealer gets a 19, we win both of these hands. All right, 18 is good too. So then we had this 25 or 50 cents in bonus money that we get daily. You can log into FanDuel at this time of recording, March 29th. And you get bonus spins every day just for logging in. So occasionally you get some bonus money. Play through the bonus money at least once before withdrawing. We had 5 versus 5, which is a hit. 7 versus 5, another hit. 15 versus 5 will be a stand, hoping for dealer 10s here, for the dealer to bust. And unfortunately, dealer improves to a 19. So we end the session ahead at 943.50, started with about 800. So winning money this time on FanDuel. They won't always be wins, they won't always be losses. So of course, gamble responsibly. Lower your variance, don't bet too much on one hand. Spread the action. I find that at this point, being pretty fast with it, it can take maybe 2 or 3 minutes to go through betting $50 units. So maybe you at home, once you get fast at this, if you aren't already, maybe about 5 minutes to play through $25 units, maybe 800 in cards here from Staples or elsewhere. So hopefully this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Links are in the comment section. You can find me on social media, Hurdy-Gurdy Travel Podcast. Go to Hurdy-Gurdy Travel, hurdygurdytravelpodcast.com to find me, email, leave a comment here, leave a comment elsewhere. I'll be happy to hear some feedback from you. Any questions, thoughts, I'm open to it. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.